If you don't take anything from this show, all right, please understand this. This show is written, acted, produced, and directed by women. And in this show, they set out to show the power of women and how independent they are and how amazing they are and how much better than men they are. And all they did in this show was confirm some of those red pill talking points that people online say about women. They're emotional even when they say they're not, hypocritical, can't control their anger, say that they want things but do the complete opposite of what they actually want, promiscuous. Notice in this show, Jennifer Walters has curved every single regular, smegular guy in the show, but she cracked them little green ass cheeks open for every single Tyrone, Chad, and early on, she bust them green ass cheeks open for that big Tyrone cock diesel looking motherfucker who she catfished, by the way, but I guess we tripping. Anyway, then she hooks up with Jen at the wedding. Jen takes her out on 3 dates and clapped them ass cheeks easily. Then, in this episode, she cracked them little green ass cheeks open for our Chad, which is Matt Murdock. But in her defense, Matt Murdock has always had that juice. It should tell you, the women are telling you themselves, they want Chad, Tyrone, and I guess Jen. And if you are a regular, smegular guy, they don't want nothing to do with you. And, you know, no shade for Jennifer Walters, you know, getting a freak on throughout all of the show. I'm just saying, baby girl, maybe you should save a little dick for next season. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because she busted it open for everybody. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Atreus. I'm coming at you live from the ATL, bringing you more gaming entertainment news, commentary, and analysis. Today, we got to talk about episode 8 of She-Hulk. We're going to get into it right after the drop. All right, team, y'all already know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button, the red subscribe button, and then go into the description. Follow me on all the socials, and then let me know that you have followed and you are a subscriber, and I will follow you back. All right, let's have a conversation beyond YouTube. Let's get it done. Let's get into it. Hey, I promise y'all at some point, I am going to iron these shirts before I get on. But I, you know, just got back from work and all of that, this, that, and the third. So we got to talk about episode 8 of She-Hulk, which you should probably know by now that it is the episode where Daredevil finally makes his highly anticipated appearance in the show. And the first thing I want to say is, if you look online, there's a lot of conjecture about how bad, you know, it is and this, that, and the third. And it is always my goal, and it has always been my promise to you, to be as objective as humanly possible about anything I review or anything I talk about. And I plan to do that today. I know that we're all having fun piling on to the She-Hulk show because it has been so bad. But I have to admit that this episode is better than anything that has come before. Now, am I saying that the episode is amazing? Absolutely not. We're going to get into it in just a moment. But it is better than any episode that came before. So I understand a lot of guys that I follow, a lot of people online are teabagging on this, and that's fine. But it is of my opinion that, for the sake of objectivity, this is the best episode in the show. And so let's go with my thesis statement here. The best episode in the show, however, I don't know if it's because it's actually a good episode, or is it because Charlie Cox is like an elite NFL quarterback to where he just elevates everyone around him and people are playing above what they're actually worth. I don't know that. So let's talk about what actually happens in the show. So Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, has a run-in with a discount mall vigilante called Leapfrog. All right, this dude is a fucking moron, as of every male in the show almost. So this guy is some type of vigilante. He has on this bright ass green suit. I ain't gonna lie, I do like his little punchline, rip it and rip it. Yeah, that shit is funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, so his suit malfunctions, and we find out that he actually gets his suits from our suit designer, the gay black dude that's so cliche, Jacobson, I think that's what his name was. Suit has a malfunction, and so now he wants to sue Jacobson, or whatever the case. And so he hires Jennifer Walters, who is obviously at a conflict of interest here because she actually gets her suits made from Jacobson. So her boss convinces her to go to Jacobson and try to come to a conclusion or a solution before ever, filing any lawsuit or whatever the case may be, which, of course, Jacobson, because his work is perfect and it doesn't have malfunctions, told her to go and shove it up her ass. And so she got mad and decided to go through with filing the lawsuit. So they go into court and Jacobson is there and he's by himself and they think he's representing himself. And she's ready to take him down. Jacobson is ready to take her down because he no longer likes She-Hulk because, he's calling her a backstabber and all of this. And so then it's revealed that, sorry about that. Then it's revealed that Jacobson's lawyer is Charlie Cox. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt Murdock. Matt Murdock comes into the court in all his glory. And first thing to notice here is that this is the first scene this is the first scene in this entire show where there's actually some legal drama going on. Like there's legal conjecture. Like it sounds like two lawyers and not a bunch of fucking morons sitting in the courtroom just arguing about nothing. All right. It's almost as if the writers from the original Daredevil show came in and said, listen, since you're going to have Daredevil, let us write this scene because I'm afraid y'all don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. Charlie Cox comes in, steals the entire scene, and I'm surprised they allowed this from a man on the show, steals the entire scene, schools Jennifer Walters, and pretty much gets the entire case dismissed. Even Jennifer Walters herself is surprised because she's like, who the fuck is this asshole? She actually says that in the show. She didn't put in the fuck part. I did because I love the word fuck. But anyway, sorry about that. So after just pretty much destroying Jennifer and her client in the courtroom, Jennifer tries to reconcile with Jacobson, like, hey, I know I was gonna sue you and all of that stuff like that, but now that I realize that you're innocent, is it possible we can kind of like work some shit out? And Jacobson's like, bitch, you can kiss my ass. And he got to stepping. And so that's unfortunate for her. So she goes to a bar to to kind of like mourn her L. And Matt Murdock is there. And he buys her a drink. And he kind of talks to her. Now, here's the thing. This is where I'm kind of conflicted. Because off rip, it hasn't been many moments in this show where I've genuinely smiled. I think the last time I smiled genuinely was kind of like some conjecture from Jennifer and Bruce Banner on the phone where they kind of had some back and forth, and I thought that was pretty neat. But I thought the chemistry between Jennifer and Matt Murdock was actually pretty fucking good, all right? Now, again, I want to say I don't know if that's because the show is actually good, or not the show, the episode is actually good, or Matt Murdock is just a fucking beast and he makes all of this look good. So anyway, they kind of have a flirtatious, thing going on. But Matt gets a phone call. He has to go after something. And then she fakes like she's got some work to do. And so she goes home, gets a call from her client, the leapfrog guy. And he's saying he's being attacked. So she goes to help him. And actually his attacker is Daredevil. Now, this is when it gets a little murky. All right. The fight between Daredevil and She-Hulk was kind of cringy, all right? Not gonna lie. The CGI was pretty bad. There's like this part where she grabs Matt Murdock by his costume or his armor, I'm sorry. And then it's like the CGI is like, y'all should have left that out. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I was a little disappointed because I thought that, they would kind of like show Daredevil, going toe to toe with She-Hulk, but he pretty much dodged everything she was throwing until she finally got upset and did a little clap. And honestly speaking, as biased as I am, because everybody loves Daredevil more than they like She-Hulk, that's pretty accurate. I mean, let's who are we kidding here? Daredevil was not doing anything to She-Hulk. If Daredevil really wanted to take on She-Hulk, he would get his fucking blood splattered all over the place. All right, let's be honest about that. Anywho, so she finds out that Daredevil is actually the hero and her client is actually a criminal. And so she teams up with Daredevil to go and take down Leapfrog and his goons and save Jacobson, who Leapfrog has kidnapped and forced to make him a new suit. So they get to the warehouse, and there's more conjecture between Matt Murdock and Jennifer about her experience being a hero and her letting him do all the work because he's experienced being a hero. And so he goes in there. There's like a Daredevil hallway fight scene. Nowhere near as good as the actual Daredevil show, but I think they did for a 30-minute episode, I think they did a pretty decent job of what they were tasked to do. And then, of course, She-Hulk comes in. Like, there's like a mob of guys coming at Daredevil. She-Hulk comes in, and with one swoop, she knocks them clean out. Which, you know, admittedly, she kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's like, why are you in there trying to take these guys out one by one when I can just knock them all clean the fuck out? Makes a little bit of sense. But for the dramatic part of it, we like Daredevil doing his thing. So anyway, they save Jacobson. There's more conjecture between Matt Murdock and Jennifer. Jennifer asks Matt, when are you going back to New York? He says tomorrow. When I come back next time, maybe I'll buy you dinner. She's like, or we can just skip all that. And then immediately they go to, I mean, she's getting them green cheeks clapped once again. And I will say, I genuinely laughed at this part, okay? The next morning, Daredevil, Matt, is seen walking outside, no shoes on, carrying his boots in his suit. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I haven't laughed at this show much, if at all. That shit sent me to the moon. And I remember earlier, they did say that they wanted to show a more comedic side of Daredevil. You've seen the brooding part, and we all said that they were going to ruin Daredevil. We were being a little dramatic. He wasn't as comedic, and he was still so this was basically Matt Murdock in a Daredevil suit. So in the show, what you saw was Matt Murdock, goofy Matt Murdock, and a lot of serious Matt Murdock, but you did see a goofy Matt Murdock. And then when he would put on the suit, everything was all serious, unless he was with Elektra. You know what I'm saying? The chemistry they had was off the charts. Man, I need to iron this shirt. And so whatever. In this show, he's pretty much Matt Murdock the entire show, which isn't bad, bro. So for a lot of people out there saying they ruined Daredevil, they did not. He was just being Matt Murdock the entire show. He was never actually showing the persona of Daredevil. You get what I'm saying? He was never vicious, just violent, brooding, just all of the negative stuff. That he was Matt Murdock the entire time. And part of that was because early on, Jennifer actually figured out his identity. I mean, she picked him up, took his mask off, and was like, "Oh shit, it's Matt." So it was really no need for him to pretend to be this angry, out for blood character. So no problem there. So yeah, he busting cheeks. He left, and I couldn't help but think maybe instead of giving us a season 2 of She-Hulk, because that's going to be dead on arrival, maybe you should give us like a She-Hulk and Daredevil team up, or you say call it She-Hulk season 2 and just put Matt Murdock in there. I would love to see their chemistry. I think they had good chemistry, or whatever the case may be. So then, the episode doesn't end. She goes to the gala or whatever the case, and then as she's up there giving her speech and thanking everybody who she loves, Intelligentsia kind of shows this like clip online calling her, saying she's not deserving of her powers, and you know, whatever the case may be. They also called her a slut, and they put up a video of her getting her cheeks clapped by the Asian dude. So she gets mad. She destroys that screen. She goes after a couple guys, and she looks like an angry rage monster in front of everybody, and it's kind of awkward. Okay, there's the recap. Jesus Christ. All right. So, like I said, pluses. Chemistry with Matt Murdock. Plus. Thought that was great. A little bit funnier. I thought Leapfrog was actually a pretty decent gimmick for this episode, whatever the case may be. Something actually happened, albeit it happened in the end that has to do with the ultimate story. So I'm assuming maybe episode 9 is going to be all about the story or whatever the case may be. That actually happened. We only got one episode left. So whoever the main villain is supposed to be, we're only going to get to see them for one episode. Or it's probably going to be Titanium. Let's just get prepared for that. So, if you don't take anything from this show, all right, please understand this. One lesson from this show. This show is written, acted, produced, and directed by women. And in this show, they set out to show the power of women and how independent they are and how amazing they are and how much better than men they are. And all they did in this show was confirm some of those red pill talking points that people online say about women. They're emotional even when they say they're not, hypocritical, can't control their anger, say that they want things but do the complete opposite of what they actually want, promiscuous, and no more than what actually Jennifer Walters actually proves in this show what a lot of these red pills guys be saying. Notice in this show, Jennifer Walters has curved every single regular, smegular guy in the show. But she cracked them little green ass cheeks open for every single Tyrone, Chad, and shit, what do you call an Asian Chad or Tyrone? We're going to go with Jin. Every Jin I know is like coming with that smoke. He a badass, you know what I'm saying? So remember, early on, she bust them green ass cheeks open for that big Tyrone cock diesel looking motherfucker who she catfished, by the way, which is something we complain about in real life. Don't we say that shit? Women be killing us with all the makeup on. Oh, women be killing us with the makeup, and then the next morning the makeup comes off and you see who you actually just had a one night with, and you're like, oh, I gotta go. But I guess we tripping. Anyway, then she hooks up with Jin at the wedding. Jin takes her out on 3 dates and clapped them ass cheeks easily, right? Now, we don't know how much time was in between those 3 dates. It could have been 3 months, could have been 3 weeks. We don't know. Then, in this episode, she cracked them little green ass cheeks open for our Chad, which is Matt Murdock. But in her defense, Matt Murdock has always had that juice. I mean, going back to his episode, Matt Murdock had all the ladies cracking them cheeks open between Karen, I forgot our girl's name, drawing a blank there, and Electra. Anyway, he got all the women. That's just what it is. And my nigga Matt know what he doing. Anyway, it should tell you, the women are telling you themselves they want Chad, Tyrone, and I guess Jen. If that shit sounds racist, let me know. But to be honest, we're not really all that politically correct over here any goddamn way. But I'm just letting you know. They love Chad, Tyrone. That's what they want. And if you are a regular, smegular guy, they don't want nothing to do with you. And, you know, no shade for Jennifer Walters, you know, getting a freak on throughout all of the show. I'm just saying, baby girl, maybe you should save a little dick for next season. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because she busted it open for everybody. And, I mean, that's like middle-aged women today. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. So anyway, that's what I thought of the episode. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, right? Because, you know, it was better than everything else. Remember, I think the highest that I scored an episode was a 5, maybe a 4, or whatever the case. Everything else has been trash, but this episode was actually engaging. So that's that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm pretty sure y'all probably gonna downvote me because I don't actually teabag on the show or whatever the case may be. But we'll see. All right, catch y'all later. Deuce.